for Flash. One stim there was kind of wasted, so, you know, you have to kind of try to conserve the medic energy, but still not the best of positions overall. More creep colonies now coming down there at the lower left-hand natural expansion, or just the natural expansion. From Zoo losing a Muta, yeah, killing a Marine and losing Muta, that's not a good trade-off. But he also had some Hydras out there. I assume they're going to be turned into Lurkers. No real reason to have Hydras out there because Hydras get ripped to pieces by Medic Marines. And there's another thing about Hydras. In StarCraft 2, Hydras suck. Yeah, I haven't been playing it very actively. I just can't be bothered to ladder and blah, 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 and get good at the game so I can cast it properly. And there's nothing exciting to cast in StarCraft 2. Absolutely nothing. There's GSL, but that's already being cast by guys more qualified than myself. No other tournaments that I'm at all interested in. So, yeah. I mean, it is exciting. Nada, Boxer, July, they're all playing StarCraft 2, and that's awesome. I mean, Nada and Boxer, who now goes by Man of One Way, are both in the GSL for next season, and we have TLO and Hydra in there, and that all is very exciting, but I find it a lot more exciting as a spectator. Purely as a spectator. I enjoy StarCraft 2 purely as a spectator. As a commentator, to me, it's kind of, BroodWar has always been that magical little thing for me, and that hasn't changed at all, but let's focus on the game here. Zerglings all over the place by Soo. If he'd had some burrow, that would make it even better, so that makes sure the Zerglings don't die, but they're doing a good job of scouting around. I want to make sure that he spots where Flash decides to expand when he decides to expand. Flash, though, is just not pushing out. Losing a tank there. Nice maneuver there by Soo. If he manages to pick off these tanks or at least damage them well enough, Flash is going to have to be very careful with how he pushes out. And, of course, Flash has been giving Soo some time to expand. He seems like he's going to be moving towards the low right-hand position. This is going to be up a ramp, so that's going to give Soo some time, but he's going to need to hold his back. Has some Lurkers there. Needs some more support. Has those Scourge in there. If he manages to pick up the Science Wolf, that's going to be a big help right there against the Lurkers. And he's going to have Irradiates, which are going to just, slow push the Lurkers. Your Lurkers on the left side with the Mutalisk alongside. Get a shot off Irradiate on the Mutalisk. That was, unfortunately, a very bad Irradiate because it hit a very damaged Mutalisk. Not overall too great, but Soo... sitting there with the open mouth. He's not in the best of positions right here. Oh my god, I have missed BroodWar so much. Only a couple Lurkers who are defending on that ramp. Texas is going to be able to attack it easily. Just going to siege up, take those Lurkers out pretty quickly. So they're going to be forced to retreat. There are some Lurkers and Mutalisk at the back, but I don't think Soo's going to be able to defend it overall too well. Flash is going to run up. Lurkers go down instantly. Medic Marines over two groups of them. One Defiler. There is a Defiler in there, but I'm not quite sure whether he's going to be able to save this base at all. It's a whole bunch of Lurkers trying to burn it down. Don't see a single. I'm not quite sure if he has a consume on that Defiler because I don't see a single Dark Swarm coming down at all. Mutalisk being caught in the left, trying to come in reinforcement. Even more Medic Marines coming in and just barreling into those Mutalisks from the back. Flash completely dominating this entire game. Irradiate on the Defiler. Finally, a Dark Swarm comes off, so he might be able to hold this off for a little bit longer. Nidus Canal is going to be able to help him, so we're trying to come in close, trying to pick off the tanks. More reinforcement coming in here up that rampart Flash. The tanks go down, so the splash damage necessary to take out those Dark Swarms is that the very least going to be able to hold Soo. Soo should not be going for aggressive maneuvers. There's the hold back here. Stay under the Dark Swarm. He is going to lose that hatch. He's trying to break out, but just running in with Zerglings and doing not much at all. The Nidus Canal goes down. Was trying to save it, but I think with that Nidus Canal going down, that's probably going to be it. The hatch will go down. Irradiate's coming down against those Lurkers. The Dark Storm's going to go down right there, and Flash is going to push in right here. A few more Zerglings going to try to come in, trying to get news. They're getting some nice hits. 3 Marines alive, but beautiful micromanagement there from Flash, blocking the last 3 Marines with his medics. And only has 1 Marine alive, and there is 1 single Lurker. There's a Flash not going to push in. He's scanning more locations, but Soo has not expanded more. Flash still staying on 2 bases. I think he might actually be expanding at the Trollcock position. So being aggressive and expanding at the same time is not as safe a position as the men are only at the upper right hand. But it's a gas, and you can, more tanks, more science vessels, more everything. With a gas, it really helps. Some Zerglings just going to go around and push out instead of cleaning up the forces there at the lower right hand. But Soo really needs to get a Nidus Canal going there. But he's still staying in this game, going for a Greater Spire. That's usually a mistake. 1 Marine going to go in there, try to do some damage. Soo's not getting any mining done at this lower right hand. I'm not even quite sure how the hell he's going to afford having that Greater Spire. Going for Guardians, that's such an investment. And if it fails, which I assume it will because it usually does, especially against a player like Flash, trying to pull out Surprise Guardians, just not going to work, especially with all the science vessels. 5, 6 science vessels. That is a bunch of irradiates, and 2 to 3 radiates sometimes is all it takes to just massacre a Guardian group. He's also very well upgraded, I believe, 2-2 or 2-1 upgrades at this point. Dark Swarm here at the front to defend himself. Now he's also trying to defend his natural export because that's where Flash is pushing here. Don't see any tanks. They should be coming in soon. Irradiating the Defilers. Defiler just has to kind of push out, try to get Dark Swarm off in there before it dies. Even more Irradiates coming down on the Lurkers as well. A lot of Irradiates. At the very least, some of the arrays are being wasted on the Lurkers, and there might not quite be as many up when the Guardians come out, but still, I don't think it's a very good idea for Soo to try to go for Guardians. At the very least, he's kind of hunkered down the lower right-hand position. Has an extra Expo coming up there as well, so he should be sunkening up quite a bit there. Has the Lurkers, Defilers, some Zerglings, but still not in a really good position. Flash is going to try to focus towards that. Nice Plague! Oh, very nice Plague on those Science Vessel, getting 4, I believe. Very nice Plague. And Flash, meanwhile, getting a bunch of mining here at the 12. He also has something going up at the upper left-hand position. That might also be an expansion coming up. And when Flash starts to just auto-expand, that's pretty much the way to expand. Just expand like crazy. It is expanding. Some Zerg is going to be able to come up there and prevent that. Marines are not enough, so going to cancel that. But still 3 Expos for Flash against a Zerg who has 4 bases, 2 of which are hardly mining. That's not a position to be for. He finally has some mining at the lower right-hand main. The lower right-hand natural, not in a very good position. Soo just looks like he doesn't even know what the hell's going on. Way too many Science Vessels out there. No mutants to fly in there and do some damage. 1 Dark Swarm going to come off, but that's not going to help him overall. He has some Nidus Canals, but just doesn't have it. Can't do anything, really. Simply put, he just can't do anything against the Flash. Flash is completely controlling the game, has absolute map control. Finally going to come up, clear up this upper left-hand position. Soo does have some forces outside of his lower right-hand natural, but he knows if he tries to go for aggressive maneuver, Flash just turn around and go for that 5 o'clock base. It's as simple as that. The 5 o'clock base will be open and killed. Flash meanwhile going to expand at the 11. Yet again, has a physics slab up. So we're going to be seeing some BCs out there, and BCs, that's one thing I like about StarCraft 2. BCs, yummy. They've been nerfed, but yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, God, yes, what's great about StarCraft 2. Always talking about the patches. Joy. Finally, Flash pushing in here. A lot of forces going down. One single Sunken Colony out for Flash to rethink this attack. Wants to get the positioning going. Has some Firebats in there. Sunken Colony goes down. That single Dark Storm not going to be a big help at all. It's Firebats at the front leading the charge. Some more forces here at the 12. Soo trying to go for a counterattack, but look at that. Finally, Soo just GG's. No chance for him, I believe, at any point in that game. Flash just being Flash and dominating by getting his first Pro League victory. So KT gonna take it 1-0 to start things off, and we're gonna see what the second set brings. So once again, awesome to have some BroodWar out there. Flash, all smiles, of course. Awesome to have some BroodWar. I am going to be calling it, usually when I start my commentaries, I say, welcome to another StarCraft commentary. Now I have to call it StarCraft BroodWar just so it doesn't get confused with other things. Not that it won't, not that it will, but just to make sure that I am of the old school. I betray not. I should write like a manifesto and have Nuke and myself sign it just to never betray the BroodWar roots. Rawr. Something like that. We are no futurists, damn it. Anyway, more StarCraft soon, guys. GG, Ranchinet, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy it.